What is up? 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 It's your host, GA2Bs, Yes, 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 yes. And welcome back to the New Normal Podcast, aka Still Breathing, aka the podcast made with love. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Welcome back, you guys. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left shit. It's been, what, a whole month now? Like, sheesh. Like, your girl been MIA, you did. Sorry, my voice sounds raggedy, but you know, the voice took a whole month off, so it gotta come back when it come back. You feel me? Alright, but nah, how have you guys been? Like, y'all been good? Y'all been straight? Like, what's good? You feel me? Nothing has been going on with me lately except for like work and stuff like that, but other than that, then like, I just been working and MIA, that's really it, but we back and we's better. Won't you back yourself up, baby? I don't know the words. But so let's stay focused. We're already off task. But without further ado, make sure you guys are following Make Love Podcast. And yes, I know I do not post, but guess what? We're finna start posting. We're finna start getting some content out. And know that it's me doing everything. So you got to bear with me. You got to bear with me. I know I can't sing, but let's get into this episode. Alright, so today, we got the handy dandy notebook. You feel me? Shout out to Blues Clues. But nah, today we're gonna be talking about like overloaded with positivity. And that just means like, if y'all hear the dryer in the back, then know that the dryer's in the back. Alright. But anywho, basically, with overloaded with positivity means like, you always positive about every single thing in your life, like every time. And it's just like, it's nothing wrong with wanting to see or look at the bright side of each situation or each, downfall. But when you're so positive to the point that it's toxic, I feel like, alright, now we gotta dial it back just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to be angry sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to be sad if you're sad. Allow yourself to be curious, anxious, you know what I'm saying? If those are the feelings that you're feeling. If you feel a little bit overwhelmed, then allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. I would like for you to rest if you feel overwhelmed. But, if that's what you feel, then allow yourself to feel that. I'm not saying to soak in the sadness, soak in the madness, bars. But what I'm saying is allow yourself to feel the emotion that you're feeling. You know what I mean? Rather than just covering over it with positive, and then once you look back on the situation, you're just like, man, I should have allowed myself to feel, angry. I should have allowed myself to, do this and do that. And it's just like, why didn't you? You know what I mean? If that's how you felt in that particular time, why didn't you? Now, I'm not saying, if you feel mad, take it out on somebody. Or if you feel sad, take it out on somebody. But what I'm saying is, don't cover up how you feel with something positive just because you don't want to deal with that something. You know what I mean? Another thing is, but in the midst of talking about this, it's like, well, what if there's so much negative to the point there's no positive? You know what I mean? Or what if there's so much negative that all I have left is positivity? You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, that's understandable. You know, it's so much negative things crowding around you, and you just feel like you just need some positive. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you. We're talking about those people who, like, when you go to them for advice, not even necessarily for advice, but when you go to them for, just, to rant or for them to listen, you know what I'm saying? Then they always just hit you with that positivity. And it's like, that's nice, and I thank you for that. But it's just like, at the same time, can I just be mad right now? Can I just be sad right now? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If I'm happy, can I just be happy right now? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be happy, but then somebody bring up some stuff that, doesn't pertain to you right now. You know what I mean? So it's just like, can I feel what I'm feeling right now without having you try to cover up my emotions with something positive? You know what I mean? Or with something that is, you know what I'm saying, like, just overlooking how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're giving me perspective, but you're not validating my emotional experience right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not taking the time out to be like, yeah, that is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I don't know how you made it through that, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, by the grace of God, man, I'm glad you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, I don't want to say to you or whoever's listening, like, don't be positive. But at the same time, it's like, can I just feel how I'm feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, and how I'm feeling right now is not positive. You know, how I'm feeling right now is not all that great. It's not all that happy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let me be that. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, on top of that, if you don't allow that person, or if you yourself don't allow yourself to feel how you feeling right now, then, you know what I'm saying, when bad things really do, come up or come about, it's like, it might be hard for you to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It might be hard for you to deal with disappointment, deal with madness, deal with grief. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff, because you just covered up every feeling that you had, rather good or bad, with something positive. And it's just like, you're not actually dealing with the situation. You're not dealing with the trauma. You're not dealing with, you know what I'm saying, that person. You know what I'm saying? You're just moving on with life, which is good. But at the same time, as you're moving on, you're going to have, like, this little feeling within you. It's like, dang, like, I feel like I got to work on something. I feel like I got something to do. And it's just like, yeah, you got something to do, because, like, you didn't deal with what you just had to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, for me, like, long story short, another reason why I've been gone for a little minute is, you know what I'm saying, Gab's love life ain't been so loving. That's all I'm gonna say. Gab's love life ain't been so loving. And I know that's completely improper grammar, but this is my podcast and I don't care. And it's my business. Shout out to Auntie Tab. But no, on a serious note, it haven't been so loving. And it's just like, I've been trying to, just be positive, just, move on, move forward, and it's just like, Gab, you don't feel like yourself right now. You don't feel good. You feel sadness. You feel hurt. You feel pain. So it's like, why you keep trying to cover that up just so you can, move on? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, You will move on in the right time, but right now, you're hurting. So acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, like, if you feel like you gotta cry right now, cry. Like, why are you holding back these tears just because of the future, which is not the present? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, live in the present and the future will come to you. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that I've been learning, while I've been away, taking time off, is to live in the moment, live in the present. So if I'm upset right now, then I'm upset right now. But I know within the next 24 hours, that would change. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, allow yourself to be in the moment, feel what you feel. And yes, be positive, but don't be too positive to the point where you don't know how to accept disappointment, accept, trauma, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Another thing is with being overly positive is most of the people who do that is they're trying to hide how they feel. So, forcing yourself to be positive when deep down you don't want to be positive. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the example I just gave about my love life, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to be positive, but deep down I know inside, like, bro, I'm hurting, bro. Like, you feel like G is hurting. You know what I mean? But, yeah, like, stop trying to hide your feelings, bro. Like, we're in 2022, man. A lot has changed. And one of those things is talking about how you feel. You know what I mean? And stop being scared to talk about how you feel. Rather it's to another person, to your therapist, to a family member, to a friend. You know what I'm saying? Just, say how you feel and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? And do what you say. And just be you. But be you in a way that you're able to admit that I'm not okay right now. And I'm trying my best to be okay right now. But moral of the story is I don't feel good right now. You know what I mean? Like, mentally, I'm drained, Emotionally, I'm not available. Finances, they alright, like, don't be afraid to, say how you feel. You ain't gotta be an open book, but, just express your feelings, but be careful who you express them to, because we all know we got those certain amount of people who use how we feel and our pain and our grief against us rather than to help us. You know what I'm saying? So just keep your mind on a swivel for that. And like I said before, just giving a perspective rather than recognizing people's feelings. So if you got friends like this, or if you're doing this to yourself, then, come on now. We gotta go ahead, empty those people on up out of our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep having these people around us that's not gonna look at how we actually feel. You know what I'm saying? Who's not gonna take the truth for what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So, another thing is when you have, it kind of piggybacks off of what I just said, but when you have those people who you talk to them and you just want them to be a listening ear, but they fill you up with feel good quotes. And it's like, it's nothing wrong with that, but even when you giving me these feel good statements, feel good quotes, I still don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? I still feel the pain. I still feel the misery. I still feel the sadness. I still feel the anger. I still feel anxious about this situation, curious, all those different, adjectives and emotions. And by you saying this is great, and I'm glad that you're saying this, and I'm glad that you're in my space, but at the same time, it's like I still feel how I've been feeling at the beginning of this conversation. And then I feel like we should start telling our friends that, and start telling our, whoever we talk to that, like, hey, thank you for giving me that knowledge, giving me that word of encouragement, but at the same time, bro, I still feel like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I still feel like, it's some stuff that gotta be worked out, some stuff that gotta be done, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And I feel like if we do that, it'll be much easier than if the person just, you know, give you quotes to feel good or give you statements to feel good. And then that's the end of the conversation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm just like, like, bruh, I'm going to feel how I'm going to feel regardless of what anybody got to say. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you gotta feel that too, you know what I'm saying? Feel how you feel regardless of what anybody got to say about you and your situation. Period. Feel me? You feel me? You feel me? Another thing is too much positivity can lead to, what's the word? Like, I guess like depression. Can lead to depression, can lead to you being in denial about your situation, so not wanting to admit that something is happening to you just because you don't actually want it to happen to you. You know what I mean? So you just cover it up with positivity, and it's just like, nah. Just like too much negativity can lead you to depression, too much positivity can lead you to depression, because if you just cover stuff up so that you can feel good, then you're not actually dealing with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with negative. You know what I'm saying? If you just beat yourself up about the situation, you always have your mindset surrounded by something negative, same thing can lead you to depression. You know what I'm saying? And so let's not do that. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to be mad, allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to be happy when you're happy, allow yourself to be confused, allow yourself to be frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And if you know somebody who's like this, who's overly positive all the time, every single time you talk to them, then maybe you should sit them down and be like, hey, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? Or if you got somebody who's constantly always positive and always in denial, and you know that and you see it, then just sit them down, be like, hey, what's really going on? And if they don't want to talk about it, then distance yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you need honesty in your life. You need some sense of direction. I'm not saying go to friends or family members for your sense of direction, but I am saying that the group that you have around you will most definitely be an influence to you. So be careful with your circle, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, you have the power to change your circle or to make your circle. So that's all I got for you guys on that note. Without further ado, this is your host, Gabby G.A. 2 B's and 1 Y. Yes. And this is the New Normal Podcast, a.k.a. Still Breathing, a.k.a. the podcast made for love. And just so y'all know, we got some bangers coming through. Got some stuff that I don't think y'all gonna, like, I don't know. I feel like y'all gonna be like, oh, girl. Okay. Alright. But nah, we got some little bangers coming through, whatnot, you feel me? So, we're finna go ahead and get that started. Get them recorded so they can be out for y'all every Wednesday. Like normal, like clockwork, you feel me? And who knows, we might add a little music, we might not, without further ado, I love you guys. Make sure you guys are following Made with Love Podcast. And as I always say, and if I don't say it enough, I am not your therapist. So if you need one, go find one. If you need a counselor, go find one. I am not licensed to any psychology or anything like that, so I don't want you guys to be disinformed. Alright. So without further ado, I love you guys, and I will hear from you next Wednesday. Alright, bye.